Let's see. Good morning, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me all right? Happy Tuesday. Everybody, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We are back in action. We are back in action, everybody. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me all right? Awesome. I'm just checking the sound real quick. Just checking the sound. Today we're going to be doing a little Q&A session. Perfect. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? How is everybody? Happy afternoon, everybody. Happy afternoon. Hope each and every one of you guys are doing well. Today we're going to jump into a topic for our contractors out there. Hope each and every one of you are doing well. We got a full house tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you guys jumping in with us today. We know you guys could be doing a lot this lovely evening. And the simple fact that you guys are here truly means a lot. So without further ado, let's jump to it. Just going to grab some water. All right. So welcome everybody. Welcome back. Welcome everybody. Woo! All right, everybody. How's everybody doing so far? I know the comments are pretty far from me right now, so I can't really see the words. But I can see emojis for the most part of it. So if you guys are able to hear me nice and clear, throw a thumbs up emoji in the chat. So I have it set up now where we're streaming directly from our camera. So our camera is doing all the video recording. It's also doing all the basically the video editing, the streaming part of everything. So it's connected straight to our computer now. So our computer is showing us every single thing from the live, the chat, the comments, and everything instead of just using our phones now. So this is next level new stuff for me, for myself personally. So please be patient with us. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. So the sound is good. Is the sound like shaky or like it sounds distant? Because if anything, I can pick up the new mics if that's going to help us. But at least for this live, at least if we can start practicing together, we're going to be using this new setup. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So if you guys who've been with us for a while, you know that we're constantly trying to improve. So if there's any way we can get better, feel free to send me a message afterwards. If there's something with the mic that you guys want, or if you prefer before where we had our mics clipped up, I'll definitely start using those just so we can have better audio. We know audio is the #1 thing for this. But I hope each and every one of you are doing well. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of things that you could have been doing. So the simple fact that you guys are here truly means a lot. And especially everything that we're doing when it comes to energize us as our goal, our vision, everywhere we want to build to, we understand that it's going to require a lot of effort. And that's why we do these lives Tuesdays and Thursdays, just to once again collaborate and speak with you guys who are in the community. Today we had a very exciting day, not only in our electrical contracting business, we had some work slow up the last few weeks, but we kept busy. We kept finding jobs, used our other avenue streams, our revenue streams, like for example, our residential service calls. When it comes to just service calls related, we had some relationships with like Home Depot, Lowe's that we started picking up. And now we just got the green light for the battery jobs, battery project to go full swing again, back on that. So like I said, when it comes to contracting, there's going to be storms. There's going to be tough times. There's going to be situations where, hey, maybe you and I just didn't plan for accordingly, but let's weather the storm. There's good and bad in everything, right? It's just like marriage. There's good and bad. You know, it's just like dating. There's good and bad. Kids, good and bad. Schooling, good and bad. Work, good and bad. Owning your own contracting company, please believe there's always going to be good and bad. And the ones who want to just focus on the negative, the ones who want to always just talk about, look at this, has nothing to do with me, I'm trying my best, and no one's ever appreciating me. Those negative attitudes, those negative types of mindset, those limiting beliefs that you keep putting on yourself or what the industry has, it's only going to keep hurting you as an individual. So I appreciate each and every one of you that was jumping in tonight to go over these topics, because tonight I just want to specifically talk about contracting, especially with a lot of you members who are part of the Build Association. A lot of you guys who are thinking about jumping into contracting, you don't know what you don't know, and what got you here won't get you to the next level. So that's why I want to be talking about with you guys today. Today is going to be a very interesting topic because we discussed this in the podcast that I was a part of today. So in this podcast, we were going over the differences of contracting beliefs from 30 years ago to today. And you guys already know my viewpoint. When I start talking about contracting, we always have that contractor who's been doing for 30 years. Nothing you can tell him. He's been doing everything perfectly, right? But then that same contractor shows up to a job site, and what does he tell the homeowner? In my 30 years, I've never seen anything like this, right? So what do we see? They wear that 30 years as their badge of honor, yet they don't have wins, they don't have referrals, they don't have recommendations, they don't have other avenues. It's like that, sell me this pen. All they do is talk about superficial stuff. They don't really talk about what they're actually bringing to the table. So that's what we're trying to do differently, especially when it comes to the next generation coming in. What are we going to do differently? What are we going to do to help the contractors that are coming in? Well, we all see that now that we are operating our own business, we're going in 7 to 8 years now strong. We're learning, having a lot of lessons learned from that. And a lot of these things are going to help you guys who are thinking about coming into contracting. Because what's been interesting is a lot of us who started off contracting jumped in during the COVID years, right? Where anybody who knew how to turn a screwdriver was busy. Anybody who knew how to wire up a light bulb, swap out a light, anybody who knew how to paint, cut grass, do some framing, you guys were busy. You guys always had work. You guys were essential personnel. You guys had nothing to worry about. And all these guys started popping up businesses left and right, and which is awesome because we need more leaders in the industry. We need more companies to hire more people to take on the demand. But what are we starting to see? We understand times are tough, not denying that. There's funding getting cut left and right, depending on if you're in solar, if you're in residential. A lot of people are a little scared where their money's going, so they're holding it tight. But for the most part, when it comes to contracting, everything is still living. Everyone's still alive. People are still going on trips. People are still shopping. People are still on Uber Eats. Trust me, if times were tough, you would honestly see it. People wouldn't be ordering Uber Eats. People wouldn't be doing DoorDash. People wouldn't be spending extra money on pleasures if times were genuinely that tough, because everybody would be now scratching every penny. So what are we typically seeing right now? We're seeing, times are tough, but for the most part, people are still operating under normal conditions. That just proved how COVID hyperinflated, COVID hyperly made you guys think that if you were an electrical contractor, if you were just a contractor, that you were killing it. And there's a lot of big names out there who ended up closing down business. And what are we starting to see? We're starting to see individuals during normal conditions are not sustaining their business. And why is that? Because now contractors don't have the frenzy, the buying frenzy. It was just like real estate when it first started. Remember how people were buying places out of state? And what was happening? Then people were paying over asking price, right? During those spikes, you can proudly say, oh, I'm charging this much for my house. I'm charging this much to sell my van. Remember? All these people paying $10,000, $20,000 over asking with no inspections because people just wanted to get out of the city. And we saw that didn't last very long, right? Boom, pops. What happens? Normal condition. Now people are saying, I'll buy a house next year. Interest rates go up. I'll buy a house next year. A lot of people push it off on home buying because they're like, I'm not going to be the idiot to pay over asking. What are we starting to see right now when it comes to contracting? We're starting to see the same thing. Individuals who thought they were worth XYZ amount are struggling right now. Anybody and everybody was killing it during COVID. But if you didn't have work, if you didn't have contracts to roll you through these tough times, guess what? Now you're constantly chasing the next big hit. Big hit is in people now have options to choose from. All right? When it was during COVID, people were like, I'll pay you $700 just to show up to my house today. Awesome. Normal conditions, I'd rather wait. And now we're seeing that with contractors. People aren't rushing in. And guess what? You as a contractor, that's where you have to recognize the value that you're bringing to the scenario. Are you working or are you providing a better service than the next guy? Because if you're coming to me and just saying, hey, you're charging $700, take it or leave it, and you look like a piece of crap showing up on the job site, I don't want you in my house. I don't want you around my family. I don't want you around my kids. And guess what? We're starting to see those are the guys, the weeds that are just falling off right now because they decided that they didn't need to change with the times or they didn't need to change for everybody or anybody. That is what contracting is about. Market dictates your value. During COVID, our demand was extremely high. Everybody wanted us. So, hey, supply and demand, high supply, high demand, everyone's growing. Right now, the market, it's low supply of work going on because times are tough. And then they have the demand, but if you're not willing to change with the times, pivot, adjust, understand what's going on, and you're just saying, take it or leave it, enough people are going to say leave it, and then guess what? You can be upset at the market, you can be upset at the industry, you can be upset at the times, but at the end of the day, it's because they didn't want you. So that's what contracting is teaching a lot of people. And we have to start recognizing because it's that balance that we need to maintain. That balance is what's going to help us recognize what got us here won't get us to the next level. So what got us here is we're in skilled trades. We have a skill that everybody wants. It's a need. It's going to always be around. They also talk about electrification, in 2035, going net zero. All these different things, electricians, you're in a safe space to be in. So when it comes to education, when it comes to getting your license, when it comes to test prepping, you guys got to take that with every ounce of effort you got because you guys are always going to be in high demand. Just recognize that painters, handymen, lawn care, these individuals who have just general contractors licenses are killing it. You guys, we're a part of the specialty trades. We're licensed, we're HVAC techs, we're plumbers, we're electricians. If you guys hold that license, you guys have gold, literally gold, and you guys need to take full advantage of that, okay? You guys got to take full advantage of the opportunities that you have right in front of you because this is what's going to help you grow. You got to show the appreciation that you have. You have to understand that also easy come, easy go. You got to go with the tides. All right, if it's high, awesome. If it's low, take it on the chin, ride it out. You guys who are as part of the skilled trades, you have so much to offer everybody. You have so much to give. And what I want you guys to recognize is that no matter how tough the times come, you're always going to be in a skill, in a trade, and in industry with a demand. But you have to recognize just because you worked hard to get you to this point, don't think that's just how business operates. That's how business is. You have to understand that you have to constantly self-develop. You have to constantly work on your skills. You have to constantly figure out new ways of growing, opportunities to pivot so that you guys can be of service to the community. Because what are we seeing? The ones who didn't want to change, the ones who didn't want to grow, the ones who didn't want to adjust their rates, the ones who didn't see the value in all these different things, they ended up closing down shop because they were stagnant. Okay? If you're coming into contracting to just say, I'm going to make money the first 2 years and I don't need to change, I don't need anything or anybody to tell me what's going on, everyone else is fake, and then you're the one who ends up closing down shop, let me tell you right now, you were the problem. I'm going to tell you right now, you were the problem. It's not the whole world. All right? I understand this lone wolf mentality that everybody's having. Focus on what the trades have to offer. You're not being hyperly positive. No, you're just refusing to talk about the negative. You ever heard that expression? 80% of the people don't care. There's an expression. 80% of people don't care when they hear someone talking negative. And the extra 20%, the last 20%, are actually happy to see that you're going through it. So when you're complaining, when you're being negative, when you're thinking, oh, this is happening to me, this is 100% of the time, people don't care. It has no benefit to you. Look at what the trades have to offer. The trades can give you a life that you, I, your neighbor, your family, your friends, nobody knows what the trade can truly give you unless you take full advantage of it and that you constantly grow with it. The code book gets updated every 3 years, right? So why are we staying stagnant? If we understand times always change, you have to change as well. That I've been doing this for 30 years is never going to help you in the long run. So this is just a nice little reminder, because I know a lot of you guys are out here working very hard, constant. I've never seen education being pushed this much lately. We have guys like Trusted Electric, Pristine Electric, Surge Electrical Training. We have Steve even Cavaliers. There's so many individuals out there pushing education. True or not, if you went on Instagram 3, 4, 5 years ago, what did you just see? A lot of work, 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 work. I mean, you had individuals who posted code. Awesome. But the focus lately has been insane when it came to education. True or not? We see everybody and the mother opening up that code book, navigating that code book, writing down their formulas, writing down code references, challenging inspectors, all within the last, I would say, 6 months. It started popping off even more. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Focus on what the trade truly has to offer. That means the soft skills, that means the certifications, the continuous ed that you guys got to take, understanding the code book so you can charge appropriately, but at the same time, recognizing that what got me here won't get me to that next level. And if you're constantly focusing on the negative, you're constantly focusing on individuals rather than what you have to do to grow, you're always going to stay stagnant. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys don't understand the value that you guys are providing. You guys don't understand the value of everything the trades have to offer, and you guys are each a part of that. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So today was a short live. I just really wanted to test up this microphone, the camera setup, just to see what we're going to be doing moving forward. Once again, if you guys can hear me properly, comment down below. If it sounds like an echo, please let me know, because I'm not going to know until I do the download and watch the full video. So if you guys watched any of the previous lives, is it better with my Rode, my DJI mic hooked up, or is this just fine enough for you guys to hear me clearly? Because it's pretty far away, so I want to make sure there's no echo or anything in between. So once again, everybody, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are truly amazing. Once again, I can't do any of this without you guys. I want to make sure we keep growing. I want to make sure we keep improving for you guys, because at the end of the day, that's how we're going to get better. And if I got something in my teeth, please let me know. I'm not that type of individual who doesn't see value in that or gets pissed. If there's something we can do to improve, let me know. Please, please, please. But with all that ado, please have a good night, everybody. All right, if you guys need anything, feel free to comment down below. Send me a DM. Feel free to call me. Whatever you guys need, I'm here for you guys. All right? Appreciate you. All righty. Appreciate you guys.